What's up, everyone?
Hello.
Hey, what's happening?
How you
Hey,
guys doing?
Yeah. Doing
All
good.
right. I am
outstanding.
excited to finally get this going, finally meet you guys, and work through our technical difficulties that we've had for all of us, apparently. You guys, as you know, I'm Fran the Savage, Savage Ladies in Metal. My co-host, Crystal from Texas Metal Militia.
Hello.
And with us today, how you doing?
Doing good tonight.
Doing good, doing?
Outstanding.
Yeah.
So who do you guys want to introduce yourself and who we're missing and give them a shout out? Maybe they might be popping in from what we understand. We'll see if everyone gets in on time.
Mike, go.
I'm Mike Bosie, I play bass. And we're waiting on Johnny on the keys and Ron on guitar.
Hello.
Howdy.
All right. Who wants to go? John or Russ?
I'll save the best for last. Russell Mayo, drums and percussion.
John St. John, lead vocals.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you guys. Outstanding.
Awesome.
We've been looking forward to this.
Yeah, same thing. It was an interesting last couple of weeks to get everything just cranked in there, and we pulled it off. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right on.
you guys are the best. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate
so
that.
much.
Appreciate that. I like to feel like we're in beast mode and we just keep crashing into each other. Pretty much how it is. So anyway, again, thank you for being here, and just want to jump right in. So what have you guys been up to? I mean, I know that you guys came back out around 2023 and added some new members and are established now with who you have. Do you think is your vision of Surrender to Eden the same as it was when you first started in 2019 before you came back in 2023? Are you still going to be on that same path, or have you changed your mind and decided to change it up?
Well, the vision has changed quite drastically. When we came out in 2019, the music was a bit different. It was just more basically hard rockish. But myself, Ron, and Russ had been doing a side at that time called Sumerian, which was a more progressive style of the music that we were doing. When COVID came around, basically it derailed everything that we were doing, and the world went crazy with COVID. So all the labels shut down and everything like that. And whoever knew if we were even going to come back and, converge and start doing things again. But, naturally things did work out well, and COVID went away, and we started up again. And I got in touch with Ron and Russ and said we have to do something with Surrender to Eden. And we chose to make the path of music the same music that we were doing for the Sumerian project. So Surrender to Eden was born. We're reborn again, only with a progressive edge to the music. And we sought out a new bass player, and we found Michael, and we fell in love immediately with Michael's fingers. Yes. And
Good man. Good man.
Then we fell in love with Johnny. It was a match made in heaven. And we met up with John at a diner, and me and Ron went out to meet him and everything. And it was like we'd known each other for years. And the one thing that he expressed when we met him was that he loved the music. So we knew we had found our guy, because nobody else had said they loved the music,
Mm-hmm.
And that was that. And here we are, off and running in the world of Curtain Call Records, and great things are happening. And we've been in a progressive climb ever since we started.
That's a beautiful return.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you guys came back in 23, and by early May, what was it? May of this year, I believe, you guys were signed by Curtain Call Records.
Yep.
Things are moving great for you guys really quickly. And obviously, whatever change you made from 2019 to 2023 when you came back with a new vision was exactly the right idea.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. you know.
What
But without these
changed
guys,
it?
without these guys, it would not have been possible. I have to, just put that out there, because these
Right.
guys bring their own uniqueness to our brand of music, and without them, it would be a hard fix to replace them. I currently feel and strongly feel that without them, it wouldn't be what it is right now.
That's awesome.
Right. And it's good to have that balance where the other person knows exactly what you envision with music.
100%. Yes, yes, yes. These guys, we all think alike mechanically.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't have to second guess what they're going to do. I just know
Exactly.
that they're on the same page and everything is going to, mesh very well.
Yeah, like
Ron,
they get there right away.
yes, Ron, our guitar player, and myself write the music, and we present it to the guys, and the guys put their interpretation of what we present to them, and it works 100%.
Mm-hmm. Good.
That's
And
good.
were you guys friends before you started the band, or how did you guys meet?
Well, me and Ron, I met Ron, my guitar player, through I don't know if it was a Craigslist ad or one of these other musicians ads, and come to Ron lived basically about 2 miles away from my house,
Wow.
and we hooked up.
Uh-huh.
And little did I know that I had a world-class guitar player that lived 2 miles away from me that was into the
How
same music
convenient.
Yeah, that it was into the too, and we fell in love the minute we met, and it's been, for me and Ron, it's been probably about 10 to 12 years now that we've been together. We drifted our ways because sometimes life gets in the way and whatnot,
Yeah.
but chemically and chemistry wise, we're a perfect match. And then these guys came into the fold, and that just made the brewing pot even more delicious,
Yes.
shall I say.
You guys were the cherry on top.
You guys were the cherry. See that?
That's awesome, though. So I'm glad it worked out. So, besides bringing in new members, what changes did you feel that needed to be done to bring Surrender to Eden to the spot they're in now?
I'll let you guys. You guys can chime in.
We needed to get out there and play live.
Yeah.
Because live our shows are just like the recording sounds.
Mm-hmm.
So we do a very well live show. We need to get out there and play, and we're doing that, and it's going very well.
Yeah, I guess that was the full steam ahead plan, to get out there and play live and expose the world to what we do. And so far, every audience that we've played for, they receive us very well, and they love what we're doing. So we must be doing something right.
I say the same shit all the time. No matter what it is, it's like I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing something right. Here we go. Let's do this shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I get it completely. I get it totally.
And your audience is more like what age range?
Oh well,
That's a tough one.
I think
really
we appeal
does.
to everybody, really.
There are certain pockets of, I would say, the demographics that we've played in front of varies to mid 20-year-olds all the way up to 60, 70-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of the musical genre that we kind of overlap with. I think there's a flavor for everyone can appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a taste of something reminiscent of something old, but at the same token, something new as well.
Right.
It sounds like an 80s progressive metal band, kind of.
Yes. Very much, but with the touch of today,
Yes, of course.
Right. Yeah, it's I love the song because like she was saying, I was thinking of what movie did I say, Crystal? Lost Boys. I'm like, dude, I feel like this is something out of Lost Boys right now. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome.
Yes, exactly.
Just like the general sound and then your voice. You have a gorgeous voice, man.
Thank
Seriously.
you so much. Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. I absolutely love your voice and just the sound. I was just like, dude, I was immediately like caught into it, and it's, I don't know what you guys sounded like in the previous band, and I apologize for that. But whatever you got going now you're on point. I like it. I definitely like it.
Thank you.
So let's see. I'm old school, by the way. So, what do you guys think you bring to the stage that other bands don't?
Musical theater.
Yeah.
So the music alone has a life. You can close your eyes and listen to the guitar lines, the bass lines, the drum playing, the keyboards, and you can basically visualize something in itself. Adding the vocals to that and a storyline, you have musical theater.
Right.
So it's a big production. We have a lot in mind, and we're still not done with our production yet. But we're working on it. And as we get out there, we're going to implement more of our production and our stage show and stuff like that. And it should really come twofold, somewhere down the line.
Yeah, but when you hear us live, also there's the element that it sounds exactly like a recording, because a recording is not just engineered or made. The live performances, you're going to get exactly what you expect from the recording.
Right.
So the guitar parts are identical, the drumming's identical, the vocals are identical, the backing vocals, everything, no tracks, no nothing, everything straight up.
Everything is real, is what we're trying to say. Is everything is real. So when you get that live, you're getting that real, performance.
Yeah.
Right. And that's awesome. I mean, theatrical metal. I mean, it's just everything. And then you got the opera mix in it. Were any of you trained in opera? Or John, were you? Seeing how you're the singer.
I did take lessons. Yes, I did as a young guy, and I was exposed to a lot of opera music when I was a kid. My dad was a singer before me, so when I was a young kid, my dad used to put me and my brothers and sisters on the couch and make us be his audience, and he would sing and rehearse to us. So as a young 4-year-old kid, I was running around the house singing songs that Mary Alonso would sing. They'd stuck in my head. And through my childhood years, I learned all these standards, not knowing, and unbeknownst to myself, knowing this, that I was actually getting an education in music, in vocal music anyway, from a young kid. So I had gotten to rock and stuff like that, but never really pushed my true limits until I heard certain types of music, more of the progressive bands like Queensryche and Fate's Warning and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, I could do that, So I gave it a shot, and here I am.
The rest is history.
The rest is history.
And which type of bands influence you guys? Like which ones you say, like, I want to be just like this band?
My top influences from a vocal standpoint are bands like Ronnie James Dio's Dio, Jeff Tate from Queensryche, I mentioned already once, Camelot, Dream Theater, Journey, all the great voices,
Right.
To be a great singer, you have to take a little from everybody,
Of course, yes.
Mold it all into your own, and then you put a little bit of yourself, and there you have your own separate identity, I guess, is what I'm saying. And that's what I've managed to be able to do. And but these guys all do the exact same thing as well. They're all very substantial players and unique in their own way. And that's basically because they've what's the word I'm looking for? They've surrounded themselves with great artists and stuff like that, and learn great things from different artists and whatnot. Let's
I think what you're trying to say,
I'm getting too serious.
You can hear influence through everybody. You can hear everybody's influence.
Right.
What's your biggest influence, Mike?
I'm sorry?
What's your biggest influence? What band?
I like the old stuff like Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
I love Billy Sheehan on bass. He's the best bass player on the earth. I love Alan Woody from Government Mule. You know, that kind of stuff. But mostly old school. I'm old, so I like old school stuff.
Well, we like it too. Don't matter.
Yeah, I don't think any of that
We go
anything
home.
from the 70s and 80s really. I don't think it has an age limit at this point.
No,
Because even
it
my
doesn't.
teenage
I
daughters absolutely love it. So well, my youngest, she's a little more hip hop, but my oldest is definitely gaming. She's 23.
Right
It's
on.
like the classics and the legends will always be, the
Yeah.
godfathers of everything.
Yeah, the young people are into it. It's never gonna die. I mean, they're all into Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Beatles, whatever that's out there.
Yeah.
That's old.
You know you're old when you don't know the modern stuff. Like I don't know anything
Right.
recent, modern.
How about you, Russ? I
So
remember you saying you're the quiet one of the group, and I've been noticing that.
well, I'm the drummer, so I'm always kept in the back. So they don't allow me to speak that much. So, but they
Gotta
do
love
hear
those
me
drummers.
when I play. So, I've always been more of a progressive influence growing up. I mean, my first, the first band that really got me going was Deep Purple. So I was, very, very well, versed in a lot of what Ian Pace did on the drum kit, and just loved the sound of Deep Purple as a whole. And then started growing into more of the progressive stuff, ELP, Yes, Rush. So big Neil Peart fan. A lot of influence with Neil Peart and Rush, and then graduated more to like Queensryche, Dream Theater. Mike Portnoy is another idol of mine that I, try to emulate in certain ways with the music. So again, it's really bridging the gap across all these genres of music, and the influence of playing, taking different parts and different styles from a lot of the drummers that I've admired over the years.
And here you guys are. You guys found each other. We have two others. No, we have one more, right? Or two?
Two more.
Two more.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's right. There was two more. Hopefully they'll come back on. If not, I'm sorry, gentlemen. It's such I understand time zones, life. It does interfere with a lot of things. So I apologize if you don't come on. But so moving on. Go ahead, Crystal. You wanna go? Go ahead.
Oh, any other? I was gonna ask like side projects you guys have
Nope.
that you work on, or
Yeah, this for me anyway. There's it's a hand maintain myself for this project and whatnot, and be open minded enough to create the things that we need to have in place for this project. To do another project would just not be beneficial for either or, So I choose to stay with one project and dedicate myself to that and give it my best. I mean,
of course.
there are people that are in 10 different projects. If they can do that, that's amazing. That's a skill set in itself. But for me, I'm happy with just this baby, my baby.
There's a lot to do just with this one project. Right?
Yeah.
The music is one aspect of it, but as you know, there's a lot in the background that needs to be, done as a full group. Marketing, production, artwork, things of that nature, right? To kind of build the brand and make the band, exposed out there as the way we need to do it. So there's a lot of work outside of the music that we have to get involved in.
Yeah, of course. And are you guys planning on making a music video?
We are in discussions over it. We're thinking of one of two different things: either a live setting on stage on a sound stage with a full audience. Also, another idea that I've mentioned is do a music video from the other end of the perspective recording studio part. So do it like inside a recording studio as it all happens and how it happens behind the scenes kind of thing. Almost kind of documentary-ish kind of.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So, the thoughts in both places, we haven't narrowed it down yet, but we'll definitely get around to it for sure.
Awesome.
I am looking for something real quick because I was going to ask a question, and this is part of my notes, and I don't know. I'm going to wing it. Okay, I'm just going to wing it. All right. So talking about projects, John, I did see that you actually, even though you might not have a musical project, you actually do work with outreach programs for musicians. Is that correct?
You know what? I try to help. In the past, I've tried to help young musicians and stuff like that,
Mhm.
And whatnot, and give advice and whatnot. And I used to give vocal lessons a few years back, and I worked with a lot of young singers and stuff. And you know, when I was coming up, vocal lessons were very expensive, and they were hard to come by because they were priced very high and whatnot. So I know what it's like to struggle to try to learn to do something you love to do. So back when I was doing this, I was basically doing it for nothing. Just because I love to do it. My friend owned a drum store, a drum clinic, and stuff like that. And most drummers are singers as well.
Mhm.
So they asked me to do it, and I got into doing it, and I played a little drums in my spare time, playing around, and I had a blast doing it.
Awesome.
But I always give my input to aspiring musicians, and
Yes.
give them a lot of credit for what they do. Young guys, you need to feed them so they can get better.
Of course.
Right.
So when I see a young vocalist and he's got potential, I feed him. This way he strives to get even further. So it's very important.
Right.
But that works in every aspect of music, guitar, drums, everything like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
So do you still do it or no?
You know what? Surrender to Eden has basically taken so much of my time and whatnot that I would love to do it, but I don't really have the time with everyday life and the band now that is in full ore and stuff like that. No, I don't really do it anymore. No.
I get that.
But
So
if
based
you
on
did
what you
have,
said, sorry,
I was
Crystal, go
gonna
ahead.
say, but if you did have the time, you would help out.
Oh, 100% I would. Absolutely. Sure.
That's good.
So what I was going to say was based on what you said, John, you said drummers are more singers. Now, I don't know too many. I do know a few drummers who sing, but not too many. So I was going to ask Russ. Russ, do you sing? He's like,
I mean, I probably could, but not in the band. No,
He only sings to me in private.
exactly.
has it ever been a thought?
Those nice lullabies.
So it's never been a thought, not even once for even backup?
I mean, I've thought about it from time to time. I mean, in other bands that I've been in the past, I've tried it. I'm just not comfortable, behind the kit with what I do and worrying about, singing as well. Because for me, it doesn't come natural singing. So I'd have to worry about finding that note, making sure that it blends, and then doing what I'm doing. I'd rather stick to what I know best. And
I can't imagine how you would not run out of breath even more trying to sing while you're playing the drums. I mean, I can't even, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. That
It
would
is
be difficult. Yeah.
Yeah.
tough.
I mean, that's insane. But so based on the music now, from what I understand, you were mentioning that your music, the way everything is blended, is to create a story. And from what I understand, there are 4 phases to the story, or 4 chapters. What was it? John, you mentioned this to me last night. You have 4 stages that you are going through, that you are releasing, and it's by the music. It's by like you just the single that we actually have.
We're actually releasing singles at a time. Like every 3 months, there's been a single come out. So we're on our 2nd single that's coming out next week.
Right. And after the single, we hope to release a 4-song EP. And after the EP, we hope to release a full-fledged, full-blown album.
Okay.
So
we
that's what I'm
chose
searching for, and I'm like, where is it? I know it's in here.
Yeah, we chose to go the single route first because the label wanted us to do that and whatnot. But for sure, the next release after this single of Send Us an Angel, the next release,
We'll
we will definitely be doing an EP.
But I believe you saw the single for Send Us, or for Dreams, our first single.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So Dreams was your first single, and
Yes.
And you do have a video promo teasing people for the second release that is coming up very soon.
Yes.
When's the ETA on that? When's the drop?
I believe we're dropping it right after Thanksgiving.
Okay, nice. And what is that one called?
Send Us an Angel.
Send Us an Angel. That's right. You just said that.
Yep.
Well, the one that you just mentioned as your first release is Dreams, and we actually do have that ready for the fans to check out. With your permission, I'd love to put it up.
Yeah, right on.
Outstanding.
All right, everyone. So this is the first single release for Surrender to Eden. Check it out. It's called Dreams.
All your fears, for legend foretold and it warned me of those we should fear. Tell me why we're all slave to our hearts and our fears. Forever enslaved and adoring, drowning in tears. Dreams never die. take us higher. Feel the hand, the lust for power. When dreams collide, we burn like fire.
Yay! God, this song makes you want to go and work out.
Yeah, see that?
That was
Makes me wanna
awesome. So
drive fast.
what exactly is the Valley of Shade?
Okay, so Valley of Shade. Do you ever look at a sunset at nighttime?
At a what?
At a sunset at nighttime?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're looking at the sunset, did you ever see the anomaly of clouds that are built in the sky? Sometimes they mimic a little land. You can actually see a
Right.
pond and land masses around the water, bodies of water in the sky. Well, that's the Valley of Shade.
Okay. All right. So I was trying to, as I'm reading the lyrics. I've heard it a dozen times at least, minimum by now. I was getting like two different, like, was it about a relationship and full of lies and the dreams of what the relationship should have been? It turned out it was just a dream, but you still hold on to that dream that there's still hope. I mean, that's kind of like what I was reading.
You know what? In love, there are certain people that, you know what, if given just a little chance that they could be loved, they hold on to that, and that dream carries on forever in them, right? Same thing in missed opportunities in life. You know, we dream about doing things our whole lives, becoming this, becoming that, but are we ever really brave enough to go out and fulfill our dreams? So the song's got mixed meanings. It's got to do with love and relationships, but it's also got to do with chasing after something you aspired to do in your life.
Okay. So basically I was reading that right, because as I said, I was like getting two different messages, and I wanted to try to figure it out and see exactly where if I was hearing it correctly, or if it was just totally, depending on my own personal interpretation, you know.
So when I write lyrics, I kind of write in a way where, you know, it's more than just one dimensional, it's multi-dimensional. So we can basically be understood and taken by an anomaly of different personalities and people and different mindsets that they may be in at the moment. You know what I mean? So you have to be able to relate in more than just one way, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And I do my best, you know, but it works.
It was a beautiful song, man.
Absolutely
gorgeous. So now this was the first out of 4. And the second one is going to be released just after Thanksgiving.
Right after Thanksgiving, yes.
Okay, so what? So seeing how this is part of a story, can you give us a little leeway on what the second chapter of the story is?
So Send Us an Angel is basically about a people's cry for relief, a people's cry for their faith, a people's cry for a better world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's basically, you know, about people and us today and what we're dealing with and the conditions of the world and stuff like that. And, you know, I know when I'm alone at night and other people that are religious or alone at night, they pray at night and say, please send us an angel and get rid of all this craziness and bring us to a new world, right? So that's what the song is about, more or less.
That's awesome. That's okay. So what about, I'm going to try jumping ahead and see how far I can push you. Phase 3, chapter 3.
Have you heard that mix yet? Do we have that?
I haven't heard it. No, I know it exists. But I have not heard it. I did hear the teaser and the video teaser that you guys have created. I did hear it, and I know just a little bit. So I'm trying to see how much I can get out of you.
Yeah, it's a potent song. It's really cool.
It does exist, and it's in its. Ron's actually in the studio right now, working on the mix down and the mastering, and doing the little tweaks here and there before we actually release it and send it off. So he's Ron is a man of multi talents. He's not only a phenomenal songwriter and phenomenal guitar player, but he's also an incredible recording engineer,
producer,
and writer. So
He does a lot, yeah.
Ron does all of it, behind the scenes. So everything is done in-house in our own studio, Studio X, and we have something very special,
So you guys got some tricks up your sleeve?
A few.
Right.
Mike's like, yeah, maybe a little.
Absolutely.
So your songs are basically very, very positive.
Like Johnny is our secret weapon.
Johnny is our secret weapon.
Wait a minute, hold on. Did I hear that right? I heard secret Russian. Did I hear that right?
No.
Secret weapon.
Weapon.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, I heard what you said, Mike, but when John said I said it, okay, legit, I'm going to back my ass up on this. I'm half deaf. I am. I have hearing aids. And a lot of people, I know you guys don't know this, so sometimes I misinterpret shit into the funniest damn thing. And that's what I swear I heard. I'm like, wait, what? So I apologize. I tend to go left every now and then. There it is.
So the songs that you write are very positive and make it more like motivating people to, go
Not give
for their
up.
goals and
Yep.
love and
I try.
all that
You know
good
what?
stuff.
In the writing, I try to incorporate everything. I try to incorporate a little of. I try to incorporate love. I try to incorporate politics. I try to incorporate religion.
Yeah, sometimes it's realistic as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're very realistic, too. A lot of them are very positive and uplifting, but some of them are very realistic and not so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all of them are relatable.
Yeah.
Right, to the listener, and the listener can interpret, what they envision just by the music itself as well as the lyrics. But it is something that they can all relate to. So that's what makes it, hit a broader audience in that respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I usually don't bring this up too much. Every now and then I'll let it slip through the cracks. So I have to ask. So obviously based on, that you do pray, religion, holding on to your faith and hope. I get that. So what I wanted to know is, John, can you tell me about your name? Now, I do know, I figured this out, that it might have something to do with a little bit about religion. So what you have John St. John. They're both spelled two different ways. Does one of them represent one of the apostles?
No.
No. Okay. Well, there are other Johns, that are also there. And I don't want to go into too much detail because, I try to stay off those typical topics. But with your name, it made me draw that question. So I want to know.
Well, funny, St. John came around in a kind of funny way. I had joined a project, and the project was really good. This was many, many years ago, and the guitar player of the project was so overwhelmed with me. When I would walk into the rehearsals, he would bow to me and say St. John, because he'd never played with a singer that could sing, according to him, the way I could sing his music, his songs that we were playing and stuff like that. So he'd call me St. John all the time. St. John, St. John. He'd introduce me as St. John. So it kind of stuck to me, So when I first put my Facebook page up, you'd be amazed at how many crazy people are on Facebook. And they come out of the woodwork seeking you out and whatnot. So I had to more or less get rid of my real name and put a stage name up there.
I get it.
So I could weed out the nuts.
Yeah.
And the cuckoos.
So how did it work? I mean, did it really? I mean, how well did it work?
I mean, now the St. John page gets them, but my real name is free and clear, and I don't have cuckoos coming after me, finding out my phone number and stuff and calling me and whatnot,
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you've gotten people that, like...
I don't know for the life of me how they would get my phone number, but they found my phone number, and they would call my house, and,
Oh wow.
And if you're in a relationship, that's, that's taboo. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do
Right.
something about it, and it all worked out for the best, for the better. You know?
That's insane. How people have
Yeah,
that mentality.
I used to have my number accessible for bands and everybody, and stick to email. I am definitely sticking to email on that one.
Yeah.
For the same reasons. I mean, not because of relationship, but
Right.
because there's a lot of it, you know what? And I know it's a lot of people who are just bored. Honestly, I really think there's more people who are just bored and have nothing better to do.
They're
Who
big
just want to poke
trolls.
the bear to amuse themselves and get a reaction out of you, But then
Right.
there are legit nut jobs though. There really are,
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
most of the people I've dealt with were just a bunch of idiots that just wanted to mess with me, and I caught on to it. I'm like, okay, I'm like, your shit's child's play. I'm beyond this, So, but beyond that, though, I mean, so you guys are about to release your next song, and what was it called again? I'm sorry.
Send Us an Angel.
Yeah, Send Us an Angel, and I mean, so far the story is intriguing, and I am definitely looking forward to see what comes out next with it. Was Send Me an Angel, and then the following too. When is your estimated time? When do you think you're going to release all 4 songs?
You know what? After Send Us an Angel, I would like to release the EP by January or February, late February. I mean, we have a 3-month period timeline with the label. They want us to release something every 3 months. So I would think that by the end of the 3 months, we'll be ready to release our EP.
And have you created a name for the EP yet?
We have 2 albums, I think.
Say again, Mike?
I think we almost have enough for 2 albums.
We have a few that we have in mind.
A few options, okay.
2 options, yeah.
All right, so everyone's gonna have to just keep checking back to keep up with the updates with you guys then.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, right on.
I like that. That's good.
I was gonna ask Michael and Russ. Did y'all have, or have you ever experienced like any crazy fans out there that just don't know how to shut up? Like,
no, we get great fans. I love our fans. Like, they're great people that love music, and they really like sit there and enjoy our music. So how can you not love them?
Yeah, no,
we get great fans. We haven't had any bad fans.
Yeah, no, I haven't been subjected to any stalkers or anything like that.
I haven't been subjected to any. That's a great answer. I love that. He's not opening the door either, ladies or gentlemen, or they, them. I'm not going down that road. So, either way, don't do it. Just don't do it. Stay cool. Show the love, right? So, you guys got any shows coming up? What else you got? What else do you got coming up that you would like to let everyone know?
So, when it comes to shows, we potentially have a show in February. I say potentially because it's been offered to us, but they're just doing the preliminaries to make sure the headliner's contract doesn't clash with their decision to bring us on as a support. Okay. But that show is supposed to be February 7th at the Sherman Theater, opening for a Rush tribute band. They're a very popular one.
Nice.
YY
Not.
YY Not. Yeah, they're a really
awesome.
popular tribute band. Mike Portnoy's played with them multiple times. They've drawn the attention of quite a few iconic players that have come out and actually played with them. Alex Lifeson himself came out and played with them as well, the guitar player for Rush and whatnot. So they draw a very big audience, and they're very successful in what they do. So it should be a lot of fun. The audience is more or less our wheelhouse, music-wise, and whatnot. So that'll be a pleasure to play for an audience that, likes our music and whatnot. And then in March, early March, we're basically going on a short tour of Florida with Lynch Mob.
Nice. Cool.
So we're going to be
Definitely.
doing 4 shows with Lynch Mob in Florida, 1 in Pompano, Florida, 1 in what was it? Pompano, Clearwater, Orlando, and then back to Daytona Bike Week. We'll be appearing at Daytona Bike Week at the Boot Hill Saloon for Daytona Bike Week Festival.
cool.
So we're going to be doing a show there. And then as far out as in June, I'm not supposed to say it yet, but I'm going to say it just for this interview. We're going to be opening for Queensryche and Buck Cherry
Whoa.
Fuck yeah, dude.
in
Hell
Pittsburgh,
yeah.
Pennsylvania.
That's awesome,
That is
dude.
absolutely beautiful. Hell yeah.
So we got a lot of great things coming up, and we're trying to add some stuff in between to get us, ready for all those, because
Right.
doesn't make or break your shows. You know what I mean? So we
Right.
got to be on our game and bring it.
Mhm.
So it's keeping us very excited.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that exclusive announcement. Appreciate you doing it here on Savage Ladies YouTube. That's awesome.
Only for you, Fran.
I
Only for you.
appreciate that. Thank you. That is awesome. That is, dude. Why don't you come to Chicago with that?
I'm gonna get yelled at now. You know that, right?
I know nothing. Well, I do now, but no, it's totally cool. Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Too bad you can't come to Chicago with that shit. I mean, Pennsylvania is not really a hop, skip, and a jump, but it's not like California or Texas.
Have you guys been to Texas? And have you guys
I've
played
been
over-
there. I've been there visiting friends and whatnot, but Texas is great. I love Texas. So clean.
Yeah, we'll go to Texas.
One day.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon, sooner than later, especially now that I have a reason even more.
Book us a show there, and we'll come out and play it.
Of course.
Hell yeah.
Book us a show.
Maybe-
Book us a show in Chicago, and we'll come do it.
We can talk about that.
Yeah, we'll come do
We can
it.
definitely talk about that. Look into, the obvious details we all know that goes into it. That's all the fun stuff.
Yep.
But dude, that'd be great to bring just the fact that you're with them. Dude, that'd be just I just Philly. No offense, Philly. No offense. It's like Chicago. We're in the middle. It's okay. But definitely, dude, you guys, I had a lot of fun. I'm glad we finally got to make this happen. And is there anything else you'd like to put out there for the fans to know? I mean, you dropped us some awesome information, which I really appreciate, especially with the exclusive. If fans wanted to reach out to you, what platforms are you on?
They can see us on our Facebook page, which is the Surrender to Eden official page. We're also on a TikTok page, Surrender to Eden official TikTok page. Surrender to Eden Instagram page as well. And a Surrender to Eden YouTube page. I'd like to give a shout out to John and everybody at Curtain Call Records.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And thank you for working so hard for us and keeping us going and whatnot. Thank you, Brian Moore, as well, for doing all that you do for us as well. And we're going to do some great things together.
And we are looking forward to it. So,
Yes.
Crystal, is there anything you want to ask them before we?
Aside from everything, what are you guys going to do for Thanksgiving?
Oh, that's try not to eat as much as I eat.
Yeah,
That's
really.
one for sure. But family.
Good.
Absolutely.
Well, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Fans, just in case you were asking or wondering, the video that we played earlier is called Dreams. And the single that they are teasing us with, that they're releasing just after Thanksgiving, that's an angel. But there's more to that story. And to find out, you got to check them out. Start following them everywhere. Start checking them out, seeing what story they have to tell.
Fran, you'll have to have us back. Once we drop Send Us an Angel.
That's a little sooner than I usually do, but I can work something out with you. There's always other ways we can figure that one out. I got you on that. Don't worry. Trust me, there's more than you two with Savage Ladies. We do it all. We're everywhere. And I don't sleep much. So it's okay though. You guys, thank you so much for being here. Crystal, thank you,
Yeah,
beautiful,
thank
for
you.
being
Thank you,
here.
sweetheart.
Oh, I want to
you,
throw it out
guys.
real quick. We do have another girl, Chrissy from Bulldog Management. She's been sick the last couple of weeks, and she's just not feeling it. And I understand, especially now with the weather starting to change. Chicago just got its first fucking snow tonight. It's not sticking, but it's happening. But so Chrissy, we love you, sweetheart. Hope you feel better. Gentlemen, thank you for being here. And yeah, I can't wait. Tag me when you guys drop the new single, so I see it and I'll blow it up for you too. I got you.
Yeah, I'll be promoting you guys.
Yes.
Take care.
You guys, everyone have a good night.
You
Good
too.
night, guys.
You too.
Man, love and respect.